So this video is going to teach you how to prepare a sauna table and how to get your client on and off the sauna table while performing the sauna wrap. I won't go through all the protocol for the sauna wrap itself, but I do want you to see how we get on the table and get off the table so that you keep a nice clean work area. So the first thing you want to do is grab your sauna blanket, whichever one you may use. This is my preference. It's the one that folds over. It has Velcro straps. So you'll open your sauna blanket completely wide, and you'll just have to roll and tuck it on the end there, right? Let's see if you can see that. See how it's rolled and tucked on the end there. And then you take your thin plastic wrap. Remember, I used painter's plastic, and you're going to fold that over, right? So what you've created is pretty much a piggy in the blanket, so to speak. So you've got that nice and steady. And then we're going to have our beautiful clients here. Go ahead and remember, safety is always first. So in case your table is set up high, you always want to provide a step stool so they can access the table easily on and off, okay? All right, if you would, go ahead, hop on the table there. Your head is going to be down here. Yep, back that way. Perfect. And again, my clients, I allow them to either lie on their stomach or their back, whatever's the most comfortable position, right? So once you've got them on the table and they've already been wrapped and all that fancy stuff, you're just going to take your plastic, fold over this way, and kind of tuck. Remember, your wraps are cocoon style. For this, looks like she's going to prefer her arms out. If you're not going to wrap the arms, you just bring that around the shoulders and tuck that. But if she wanted to wrap her arms and her entire body, go ahead and place your arms at the side. Perfect, just like that. So you're going to take all of this and wrap it inside. Now the reason why you put the excess at the top is because you want to go around the shoulders, whether they're lying on their back or their stomach. You're going to go around and tuck and fold at the shoulders. And then you're going to bring this bottom, the side portion up. And wrap her just like a sandwich. I'm going to wrap that way and tuck. And here again, at the shoulder, I'm going to pull it around and tuck. Okay. Now, if my client was to lie on her back and be face up, and even now, you take a towel. If she was face up, you'll put a towel here. Just so that it can catch any sweat and you protect your blanket from getting soiled with the client's sweat. But since she's lying on her stomach, you can take this same towel and place it underneath her face just to give that little extra cushion and also keep your table nice and sanitized so that towel soaks up any additional sweat. All right, so now that you've got it all wrapped up, if you notice, I have it just slightly loose so it allows her to move. I have my clients, like I said, whatever their comfort is, they can turn over, they can turn from the stomach to the back to the stomach, turn on the side if they need to, especially if they're going to be lying here for a while. Sometimes it can get uncomfortable. See this little excess at the end here? You want to take that, roll, and tuck so that all the sweat stays contained inside the plastic. From there, we're just going to close her up in the blanket. Bring that nice and firm all the way over. Close up your blanket, and now you are ready to begin your treatment. Some blankets may come with a flap at the end. This is just to keep the heat in. It doesn't have any heating element at the bottom, but you would want to pull that in and tuck it so that all the heat is retained inside the blanket, okay? All right, so she's laid here for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever her tolerance is or whatever your treatment protocol is, and you're ready to get her off the table. Keep in mind, if you are doing the sauna wrap, this produces a high level of heat. You are losing electrolytes, you are losing water, and it's very possible for your client to experience some dizziness or nausea or have some slight imbalance once you're getting them off the table. So what I will usually do about 5 minutes or so, 3 to 5 minutes before the timer runs out, I just kind of start letting them have a cool down period. Right, so you'll open up the blanket, start releasing some of that heat. You're going to fold your blanket inward to out. Again, so that you protect the blanket from getting any sweat, okay? Your flap opens up. She's all nice and juicy, nice, full of sweat, okay? To keep sweat from getting on the sauna table, there's a specific mechanism I recommend you use to kind of keep the sweat contained, right? You're going to find the edge of your plastic. Find the edge of your plastic. Roll it inward. Nice and slow, no fast, sudden movement so that sweat doesn't start flying all over the place. And you see how you just roll that inward, nice and inward, so you create a little barrier at the edge of the table, just like this. Right? She's got a nice little, what do they call those? Noodle, pool noodles or whatever it is. So you've got a nice little barrier here. So once we get her up and turn her over, all of this is going to be contained. Got this edge of the flap, same thing. Open it up, roll it inward. This time you're rolling it towards you because again, you want to create that barrier. All right, can you go ahead and flip to your stomach for me or on your side? Because what I want to do is to help you to a sitting position. Perfect. All right, take my hand, go ahead and sit up. All right, you let her sit there, rest for a couple of seconds so that she maintains or grabs her composure. And you are going to assist under the knees here. Swing her legs around to the side, right? At this point, you want to make sure this is still wrapped, so you're containing the sweat all inside here. This is where I provide a towel so that we go ahead and wipe the sweat off the legs, right? And even if she wanted to dabble sweat here, let her have her towel, do her own thing. Once she feels calm and safe and fine, then we are going to help assist her off of the table. So with caution, if you feel dizzy or you feel weak, make sure you sit back down, okay, and let me know. But once she is ready and feels stable, we're just going to help her off the table here. And go ahead and take a step there carefully. All right, and step down. All right, thank you much. All right, so now that she's off the table, you have all your sweat inside contained, right? You want to continue to roll this inward. Take it off, ball it up, all towards the inside. All towards the inside. So all your sweat should be now on the inside, and you are left with a nice, clean, dry table. Once we've done that, it is now time to clean your table, right? Toss that real quick. Oh, my trash isn't there. Medical grade cavity wipes. All right, so these are going to be your Germicidal disinfectant wipes. Now, you may not be able to do this while the blanket is still hot, but once it's cooled off some, you are just going to take that cavity wipe and wipe everything down. The flaps, everything on the inside. And the bottom. If you're extra careful, then you would also, or based on preference, you also can take some Lysol and spray it down. But I like to wipe mine down. Your preference, just make sure that you clean and sanitize your blanket before you use it on the next client. And that is how you get your client on, wrap them up, and get them off and maintain safety and sanitation always. See you next time.